Yet another unfair attack on our economy from the U.S. president. That Canada must end its era of overdependence and weakness. I need your help. American aggression, isn't it? But never mistake our kindness for weakness, and shall become one of the greatest in the universe if we preserve it. You know, before I get into the broader context of my remarks tonight, I should address yet another unfair attack on our economy from the U.S. president. In addition to unfair and counterproductive tariffs on our aluminum and steel, now President Trump is going after our auto workers. After, for decades, workers on both sides of the border locked arms to build the greatest auto sector in the world, the president is betraying America's closest friend and attacking our economy, proving once again that Canada must end its era of overdependence and weakness. We must be an economic fortress that can defend itself, that can stand up for its own people and put Canada first. Conservatives will be there for the auto workers, to keep them working, to keep their jobs, to fight through this mess. We will push hard to put an end to these tariffs and get a quick but fair deal that protects our sovereignty, knocks down all the tariffs, and allows us to rebuild our military so that we can be a true sovereign nation. But to do that, I need your help. If you believe that we need change in putting Canada first, Fort Henry, not far away, a real fortress and a symbol to resistance against potential American aggression, isn't it? It's a reminder that we are a peaceful, friendly, kind people, but never mistake our kindness for weakness. We stand up for ourselves and we put our country first. As John A. Macdonald said, whatever you do, adhere to the Union. We are a great country and shall become one of the greatest in the universe if we preserve it. And so we must work every day and in every way, not just to preserve the country that we have, but to the promise that it has made to each and every one of us. That's the two-way street that the Canadian promise represents. Yes, you get the promise made to you that hard work will get you a great life, and that you can do anything you want. But in exchange, you have to stand up and fight to make sure that promise is available to everyone else. The promise was made to me when I was born to a 16-year-old single mom who put me up for adoption to 2 school teachers. And they taught me that it didn't matter where I started, I could climb to the tops of the tallest peaks if I worked hard at it. It's the same promise made to my wife when she came here as a refugee. This country has given us everything that we have, and we, our family, believes we owe it to the country to give back, to fight for the country that we inherited from those who came before us. That ultimately is what the Great Limestone represents. It doesn't fade away. It resists the harsh elements. It can even stop cannonballs. It is so solid, it's like a fortress. And that is the nature of our country. We must become an economic fortress capable of standing our ground and protecting our future. The first thing he did was when Donald Trump threatened tariffs, he moved his headquarters to the U.S., to Trump's headquarters, to Trump's hometown, just like Trump wanted. He sent his corporate cash off to Bermuda so that he wouldn't have to pay the same high liberal taxes he and Justin Trudeau force on single moms, seniors, and small businesses. We learned today that the headquarters for Brookfield in Bermuda is actually a tiny little office on top of a bicycle shop. So they pretend they're doing business in this tiny little office above a bicycle shop so that they don't have to pay the taxes that they make you pay. And of course, Donald Trump has endorsed Mark Carney. He wants Carney to win because he knows that a fourth Liberal term will mean that Canada is weak and under America's thumb. My friends, we don't need a weak Liberal. We need a strong Conservative who will stand up for a change. Thank you. Thank you. And it starts with a bring-it-home economic plan. The goal is to bring back our jobs, our businesses, our economic sovereignty, so that we're no longer so dependent on the Americans. Right now, the problem is the Americans get 75% of our exports. We sell twice as much to the Americans as we sell to other provinces. We've lost $500 billion investment dollars to the South in the last 10 years. That means Canadian pension money, RRSP dollars are in the States building pipelines, mines, business centers, and other economic infrastructure that pay wages to American workers with our investment money. That is the Liberal record of handing over our economy to the Americans. Mr. Carney says he wants a big industrial carbon tax on our steel, aluminum, and our big automakers. So let's get this straight. Donald Trump and Mark Carney agree. Both of them want to tax Canadian industry. Trump wants to do it with tariffs. Carney wants to do it with carbon taxes. I want neither. I will axe the tax for everyone, for everything, for real, for good, for a change. What is income tax? It's the fine you pay for the crime of working hard. You get out of bed in the morning, you put in long hours, and the more you work, the more pain you suffer. You know, the beatings will continue until morale improves, as they said in one movie once. There's a great meme of a kid in a park with his dad, and the kid's bawling his eyes out after having asked, what is an income tax form? And Dad says, well, it's just like your report card at school, except the opposite. The harder you work, the more you get punished. And so we wonder why a lot of people choose not to take that extra shift, work that extra hour, get that bonus or promotion. We want this to be a country that rewards hard work again. And that is why we will cut income taxes by 15% for a change. You like that? Yes. I know you can spend that money better than the government can. $1 left in the hands of the person who earned it is always better spent than in the hands of the politician who taxed it. And you know how to spend your money. We'll let you contribute an extra $5,000 to your tax-free savings account as long as you invest it in Canadian companies.